the Tocos and the Usos that came to the States long ago, 60s and the 70s and stuff, they eventually ran into, the street gangs out there growing up. They from the island, but they grew up in a whole nother habitat, which is Los Angeles, California, you know what I'm saying, where every race basically over there is shaped with gangs, you know what I'm saying, to protect their blocks and protect their communities and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they had no other choice but to like form up their own shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the same as me and my community, like in Inglewood, like they just had to adapt the gang culture, you know what I'm saying? Because that was just the only means of surviving, I guess. Growing up as young men out there and shit, and women too, but you know what I'm saying, they adapted that gang lifestyle and it was accepted. You know, that's the key part too, is like, with the street politics is really deep and shit. Like you really gotta be from LA to really know shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll try to explain it to somebody, but that shit will go over their head because it'll sound like fucking, you know what I'm saying? It'll sound like you talking in Chinese or something because it's just so, conflicted and confusing and deep rooted and shit over there with the politics and all that. But one thing for sure, like the Polynesian gangs over there were stamped. You know what I'm saying? It was stamped by the bigger official gangs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hood, like the hood I became from, it was stamped by a OG Crip gang hood. You know what I'm saying? A black gang. You know what I'm saying? A black Crip gang hood. They stamped us. So, the streets looked at that like they were official, and it's been like that since the 70s, you know what I'm saying? And on and so forth, like dudes in Long Beach, same thing that went on in their community where, you know what I'm saying, the same thing. Carson, Compton, all over there. So that's a real gang insight of like, how deep rooted and why people take it so seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, over the generations and the generations of, quote unquote, the homies and all that. You know what I'm saying? People done bled, people done did hard time, people, all that. So, that's why the gang culture runs so deep in LA. And that's why dudes from LA that come out here carry themselves that way, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's appealing though. That's what it is. It's appealing to like the world. You know what I'm saying? They fascinated with the look, the lifestyle and all that. It was glamorized through Hollywood and, you know what I'm saying, the music, the West Coast hip hop scene, took off and obviously, it reached all around the world, including here. It's a big influence, I already know it over here and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically like just a little insight of backtrack history of the gang culture with the Polynesian community back home and shit. Mandate.